There is a place in Japan where people enter in silence, close a glass door, and lift the receiver of a telephone that is connected to nothing, not to call someone, but to speak to those who are no longer there. It is a telephone that does not answer. And yet, for more than 10 years, it has continued to be listened to. This story begins in 2010 with a man named Itaru Sasaki. After the sudden loss of a cousin, Sasaki feels the need to say words he had never said before, words left hanging, unheard, so he builds behind his home a small glass-walled phone booth. Inside an old rotary telephone. It is not connected to any line. Sasaki calls it Kaze no Denwa, the wind phone, because in the end his words could only be entrusted to the wind. 1 year later, in 2011, Japan is struck by one of the most severe disasters in its history, a violent earthquake, then the tsunami, then the nuclear emergence. The coastal town of Otsuchi, where Sasaki lives, is devastated. Waves almost 10 meters high. In just a few minutes, about 10% of the population loses their lives. Thousands of stories are cut short, broken families, words that never had time to be spoken. It is at this moment that the wind phone stops being a private gesture and becomes something collective. The word spreads. People begin to reach Otsuchi from all over Japan. In 3 years, it is estimated that about 10,000 people made this journey, a silent pilgrimage. They enter the booth. They dial numbers that no one will ever answer, and they speak. The wind phone does not work. Communication is only one way, yet those who use it say they find comfort. Some update their loved ones on life events. Some ask for forgiveness. Some say, "I miss you." Some cry. Some remain silent. Maybe it doesn't matter if someone truly answers. Maybe what matters is being able to speak and, for a moment, feel less alone in pain. While Otsuchi is slowly rebuilt, those who remain must also rebuild something, not just houses, but lives. The wind phone does not erase grief. It offers no solutions. It promises no healing, but it accompanies. It allows pain to exist, to be named. And in a culture like the Japanese one, where the relationship with ancestors and the invisible is deeply rooted, this gesture becomes a bridge, fragile, but necessary. The wind phone is still there, disconnected, silent, yet it continues to gather voices, thoughts, memories, carried away by the wind. Maybe an answer isn't needed to feel heard. Maybe, sometimes, it's enough to find the courage to speak. And you, if you could lift that receiver, what would you say?